trainees, resident doctors. The deanery then sends the trainees to different hospitals to learn different things, meaning that at the end of their training, they will become consultants. So it's easy to know the non-training. The non-training can be in the same hospital for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, because they're employed by the hospital to provide services. The deanery, um, the doctors undergoing training will move from one hospital to the other. So they'll come to hospital A to learn gynecology, hospital B to learn obstetrics, hospital C, fetal something. At the end of those rotations, they become consultants. Now, hospitals may say this job we are giving out will be like a training position. What they mean essentially is you will work for them, but they will give you all the advantages of being a trainee. For example, you will have study leave like a trainee, you will have extra coaching for exams and the rest, but you're still working for the trust. So there can be an overlap. But remember, if you're being employed by the hospital, you are most likely in a non-training, but a non-training post can still give you training advantages. I use myself as an example. When I got into the UK, I started from a non-training position. It's easier that way because training requires a lot of documents. It's hard to beat the people in the system with this. So you get into non-training, use the non-training to settle down in the UK and write the exams. Because if I'm in anesthesia, I don't understand. I cannot see any way you can get into a training position from outside the country because the exam itself, you need to be in the country to understand how they do the things differently. Otherwise, they'll give you one X-ray or CT scan and say, talk about it. And you won't see the obvious thing unless you are out of this world, very brilliant. So get to understand the system. And there are lots, they like paperwork in this country. There are lots of papers you will sign. So while you're doing the non-training position, you print out all these papers. Oh, this consultant I worked with you last week, can you sign me for competency in spinal anesthesia? Signs it. Do you understand? Then everything you put together, it's now easy. You could spend 6 months or 1 year and you have everything you need to now apply for a training position. If you get it, fantastic. If you don't get it, you still have your non-training position. So that was how I started as a specialty doctor. But my goal was always, I want to be a consultant. But to be a consultant, you have to go through the training. So while I was non-training, I got all the papers signed. I got practices for the training position. I was able to pass all my exams and I just applied without any stress. If I didn't get the training position, I still have a job. So that's the difference. If you have any more question, just type it in the chat box and we'll answer it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. I hope that helps. And yeah, thank you all for the questions so far. We still have about 25 minutes to go because it's usually 1 hour. And like we said, this is the last Q&A for the year. No Q&A next month. We will all be on Christmas break and we shall resume in January 2025 by the grace of God. So if it's in Effiong, yeah, go ahead. You can either drop your message in the chat box or you can unmute, whichever one you want. You feel free to do whatever. Okay, you're chatting, so that's a good one. So feel free to ask whatever question you ask, can range from anything or the other. We'll be more than happy to give answers and directions to that. Like we said earlier, you can see all the links that Victoria has posted on the chat box for our various links for jobs, and every other thing that we have. So yeah, Etim has asked the question, after the non-training job, what level did you start the residency? All right, I think he's talking to you, Share.
All right. So because I've done quite a lot in Nigeria and anesthetic, I started from the middle. So that's another thing you need those papers for. Without those papers, they cannot say I'm competent enough to skip all the ones I skipped. So at the time I started training years back, the middle part was ST3. So I skipped ST1, CT1, CT2, and started ST3. But after a while, they changed the anesthesia rotation, and now the point anybody who came with my experience will start from now will be ST4, because they have now separated it into CT1, CT2, CT3, and ST4, 5, 6, 7. But before then, it was CT1, CT2, ST3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you understand why I started ST3, because that was the route available then. And another person starting now will start at ST4, because that's the new nomenclature of training. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. I hope that helps, and hope that goes a long way. Please feel free to ask whatever question, and it will help us and everyone listening. So if you're just joining, this is the monthly Q&A for Balosega. I am Bobby Sega, one of the co-founders of Balosega, and we also have Oral Balogun, Share Balogun, and also Victoria Ozidila, both medical consultants, and they'll be more than helpful to answer medical questions. And so this is our last Q&A for the year. The next one will be in January next year, 2025. So please don't expect any link next month. Or yeah, I think no question. Yeah. So please feel free to log into. I'll tell Victoria to repost the links that was posted earlier for those who have just joined, who might not have those links. So please, Victoria, you can repost those links we posted earlier. Balosega, do all of the links you've posted earlier, so that those who have just joined in will have access to that. You can follow us on all our social media handles. We have IG, of course, and follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We have all of them. There's a new question, Joseph, from Joseph. Are you only based in Manchester, or are you also in London, as you might have consultants here that you can link me with for an attachment? So first of all, Joseph, where are you based? When you say link you, so where are you based? Are you based in London? Yeah, just let where you're based, and we can help you out in.
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually based in London, so I have a dependent visa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd actually had it from Dr. Balogun clearly about maybe even doing the ELS to get job fast, even before the NHS. You know, I had actually gotten a job like as a locum doctor. But then the first question I was asked is, do you have NHS experience? And then the moment you say that there is no any NHS experience, then you're immediately cut off. So yeah, because I have like a ALS, I have BLS, I have like everything only, and that is what like I've been trying to look for. Because there's so many like a locum jobs, but there is only one thing they are asking: do you have an NHS experience? So I was asking if you could be having like a consultant here in London that maybe you can try to link up with for attachment. That would be good.
All right, Joseph, look, stay on. I would like to ask you a few questions. I'm sorry to hear about your experience, which is kind of very opposite to what I had. When I came into the UK, and my trust that employed me, which was even the only one I applied to, I was the one telling them I don't have NHS experience. And I remember the guy said to me, did we ask you for it? So they didn't even care about it. And I was worried about it. But you here, they were asking you. So we'll see a way to sort this out. Which specialty are you interested in? And is West Hertfordshire close to somewhere you can attend, you can come to? If yes, and I know somebody in your specialty, I may just be able to say a word or two to link you up. I'm not promising anything, but I might just know somebody who's nice enough to say, oh, can you mentor this person? NHS experience, how long do they want you to have it? You might just do a taster week, it's NHS experience, you got it. So which specialty are you interested in?
Yeah. So, it's either surgery, oncology, because I have like a 5 years experience, like working in a surgery and oncology department.
Okay. Surgery.
Yes, or even like accident and emergency, any of those departments I would be interested in.
All right. Email us at balusega@yahoo.com and then we can exchange some ideas.
Okay, that's okay. I'll appreciate. Thank you so much for that.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I thought I had music. Sorry. Thank you very much for that, Share. Email us. I'll be more than happy to help in any very way, shape, or form we can. Now, even after this Q&A session ends and you remember a question, still send us an email. Just send it to balusega@yahoo.com and just put November Q&A, November 2024 Q&A, and ask your question. We'll know that you attended and you want to ask more questions. Okay, there's a question here from Frida, and let me just read it out. Please, is there a like Telegram or WhatsApp group one can join? Okay, yeah, well, Shaya's answered you. We have a WhatsApp group, yes. We have a WhatsApp group, yeah. I hope that helps, Frida.
Yeah, I think Victoria can post the link to the WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she will, yeah. So we have a WhatsApp group, and you can join that as well. Yeah, we will. Good. Yeah, Victoria has just posted this. Again, as a rider, for everyone who has stayed with us, which is almost everybody or everybody here, we've never said this before, but we just want to say it. We are, as part of our 4th year anniversary, which we're for in October 2 months ago, last month, sorry. So we're already in December. We want to we're actually having a 4-year journey preview and everything. I want to open it up to everybody and anybody who has passed through Balusega. If you can afford us about a minute or two video clip of your experience in Balusega, that will be very, very appreciated. Now, please, no pressure. We just want to appeal to everyone and anyone who would like to. If you do that, you can send your video clip to balusega@yahoo.com with your details, where you stayed and when you stayed with us. Of course, you put it in the recording. Just a minute or two video clip of your stay, your experience. Did you enjoy it? Did we help? Did we not help? Of course, we did help. We'll be more than happy to do that. So please, it is putting things together for our 4-year journey of Balusega. We were 4 last month, October. And if you can just do a video clip, 1-2 minutes at the most, we'll be more than happy to have that put together. So thank you very much in advance. Yeah, we've posted the link. Victoria has posted the link to the WhatsApp link. Feel free, join, and we'll take it from there. We just have 15 minutes more before the end of the Q&A for 2024. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, if you remember any question after the Q&A, that's not a problem. Just send us an email, balusega@yahoo.com, put in the subject November 2024 Q&A and ask your question, and we'll be more than happy to answer that as well. Like we said, Balusega started 4 years ago in the heat of the COVID lockdown, in the midst of the COVID shutdown and everything. We still had to start the company to meet the needs because there were lots of people who were coming to the UK, had accommodation issues. There were lots of scammers out there then. Well, there are still scammers everywhere who were scamming people right, left, center. COVID people period, as people were making money, so people were losing money. And we stepped into the game and we helped people. And by the grace of God, we're still helping, even though we know it's a business, but we're still helping. The major thing is to make sure we render qualitative service. And just to let us know, people from well over 35 countries of the world have come to stay with us in Balusega. Lots of countries in Africa, lots of countries in Asia. You know, people have come from Iran, which we didn't know. But we met them and we're like, wow, okay, Iran, so thank you for coming. People all the way from the Caribbean, Jamaica, they've come. Not too many, but at least people have come from there, you know, and people have come from Canada, people have come from Australia, and well over 35 countries represented in Balusega. It just gives us joy. We're grateful to God, and we want to do more and more and more. A lot of innovations will continue next year by the grace of God. A lot of innovations which you will see as time goes on. That's why we are putting things in place, like we said. So if you feel okay to do that for us, we'll be more than happy. Just one, what's it called? 1 to 2 minutes maximum of your video recording of your stay in Balusega. Just simple video, clear, good pitch, no background noise, just simple recording, and send to us via our email balusega@yahoo.com. More than happy to receive that and process it. Less than 15 minutes to go. If you still have any questions, please feel free to to ask your questions, sorry, and yeah, we'll be more than happy to answer. We've posted a couple of links, so please feel free to check on them. The WhatsApp group has been WhatsApp group link, sorry, has been posted, so you can join for further information and all those things. So the floor is still open. If you feel you have a question, you can either send it into the chat group, or you can just unmute your mic and ask your question. Whilst we're waiting, I'll call on Share to say a few things about Balusega. Anything you want to tell anybody about Balusega?
Thank you, Bobby. Balusega, we started about 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago. There were instances before then of people getting stranded, majorly Nigerians, and somebody knows someone who knows someone would either call me or get in touch with Bobby and his wife, and we had to just kind of get them into somewhere for the night and then sort out the problem the following day. And we saw that there were lots of scammers who will say they've got accommodation for non-suspecting doctors coming from abroad, but they were giving them bogus addresses. So at some point in time, we then said, okay, we have to take this, we have to sort this thing out once and for all. If we have a place, rather than booking them to Premier Inn overnight, we can actually just put them in our houses. So we started getting properties. It was difficult, took a while, and luckily, if Bobby remembers very well, we saw one guy and he said, I don't think this idea of yours will work. But you are doctors, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And I can never forget that phone call. He said, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'll give you a 6 months contract so that if you mess up, it's easy for us to quickly separate. And within 3 or 4 months, Bobby, if you remember, he offered us more houses. He said, I didn't believe in you, but I can see you're doing a good job. And he just said, I've got houses here, 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 just choose which one you want, and we can start the deal. So we started Balusega like that. We started with accommodation. Let's get people somewhere. And then from there, we became more popular. Asians came, Canadians came, Australian came, there was somebody from Brazil. And then after a while, we were getting feedback. From feedbacks, we were able to get mannequins into the houses.
Yeah.
We were able to include letter of support for visa application. We were able to write letters for people to say, yes, they're coming to the UK, we'll be taking care of them. So that went that way. And after a while, we then found out that people who had stayed with us, gotten jobs in the UK, probably wanted somewhere to start from. The UK landlords are very weary of somebody who will not pay the rent. So in a way, they will come back, stay with us, and we then write them a letter as the first landlord when they arrived. So we say no antisocial behavior, paid rent accordingly. So then we now add two types of Balusega accommodation. Most of you guys will know about the PLAB accommodation, which is because that's the only one we advertise online. We have a Balusega professional housing, which is for nurses, doctors who have come back to Manchester. Some people are just professionals who just go about, architect and whatever. They just need a room, they stay with us. And that one, they stay longer. So we don't have to advertise on like the club wherein people come spend 2 weeks. These ones are staying 1 year, 18 months. And when they say they're leaving, we just replace them, advertise around that period. So that was how Balusega started, and then we've progressed in today. Along the line, we also saw that because we are not used to the UK system, some people are making costly mistakes. So we started the Balusega education to talk about how to get your job, how to do CV, and then we did a very lovely one on medical legal. Because you see, when in Rome, you do as the Romans. What you will do in the UK that is a crime may not be a crime where you're coming from. The joke you will crack where in Nigeria, for example, I'm from Nigeria, that everybody laughs to may not be a joke that people will laugh to in the UK. So you have to understand the system. So this is where we started using that as a means of education. And we do different programs, and we've done quite a lot. We always put all the programs we do on education on YouTube. So if you follow us, you get notified of any one we do, like this one we're doing right now, will then be kind of like it's being recorded and will eventually be posted on the YouTube so that you can watch it again, or people who missed it can watch it again. So Balusega has metamorphosed in that 4 years, and we're still using the feedbacks from people who have used Balusega accommodation to improve on our service delivery. And we think we have tried to go beyond just an accommodation. A few people have gotten jobs because they know Victoria, they know me, they know Bobby. Bobby knows somebody who's a doctor who can help. A few people have gotten that. We have also kind of like been referees, but in this sense, we cannot be your professional referee. We can only talk about character referee and a lot of things like that. Somebody was struggling to get a job for preventive and social medicine some time ago, came for this program, and Victoria also knew somebody who was in that same field, and they just linked them up. So that's what we think is the right approach. Is not just use the accommodation and goodbye. No, we think you can always still come back to us. Oh, Balusega, these are the issues I'm having currently. How can you help me? And between the three of us, somebody will know someone who we can direct you to if we cannot sort out the problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that insight. Really, 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 really rich. Yeah, we just like Shaya said, we've done all of that, and we just want to keep doing what we can do. We've posted loads and loads of links, for everyone to be helped one way or the other. And like I said earlier, we try to help. Shaya has just said it. If you're willing to also do that which we've requested, you can please record a minute or two max. Your experience when you stayed with us, where you stayed, how long, and all these things, what you gained, what was the experience like, and we would be more than happy to put things together. Rest assured, we won't just post your video anywhere. It's basically on our own social media handles. If you think it's okay with you to do that, please feel free to send it to us. And thank you very much. We want to thank everybody that has been with us from January to this month Q&A. We want to thank you. If you have only joined us once or twice, or this is your first time, thank you. Whether you've not joined us before, thank you. If you have joined us before, thank you. If you have asked any questions, thank you. If you have not asked any questions, thank you also. We just want to appreciate everybody that has come to us one way or the other. We wish you the very best, and we hope and pray that everything goes well. I hope you can still see me. Let me just. All right. So yeah, so we wish you the best. We're going to round up soon because it is almost time, and we want to crave your indulgence that you should please continually, ask questions when you have to. If you remember any question afterwards, like you said, just send us an email, balosega@yahoo.com. Put November 2024 Q&A, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. On behalf of Balosega, Sheye Balozin, Victor Alasega, my wife, and myself, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If it's not too early to say compliments of the season, it's not too early. We say thank you because this time next month it will be just one day to Christmas, and we just want to appreciate you. We have to round up here. It's just 2 minutes to the time, and if you still have any questions, just send us an email, and we'll take it from there. So thank you very much. Compliments of the season, and we shall see every one of us in January 2025 by the grace of God. Till we meet again, thank you and God bless you, and bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much.